is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Check This Out. I hope you are doing well. On this installment of Check This Out, we will be resuming our series titled How Not to Cook. And once again, we will be welcoming back Kay from the Kay's Cooking Channel. This will be my third attempt to try to master one of Kay's recipes. While contemplating this week the question of why can't I ever seem to get her recipes to come out looking for me the way they come out looking for her, I came to the conclusion that I must be trying recipes that are far too ambitious for my culinary skills. So after going through her videos, I believe that I may have found one that I will be able to conquer. Scottish shortbread. I've long been a fan of the Walker's brand of Scottish shortbread. The thing that sets their product apart from other commercial shortbreads is the fact they use real butter in their product, not some cheap shortening like most manufacturers use to cut corners and make a higher profit margin. 3 simple ingredients and one being real butter. After watching Kay's shortbread video, I saw that she used only 3 simple ingredients also. So I said to myself, hey man, even you can put 3 ingredients together. I mean, really, how could I possibly screw this one up? Even a complete idiot should be able to put together 3 ingredients. And I believe I'm going to nail it this time. So enough talking, let's turn this thing over to Kay and find out how to make a genuine Scottish shortbread.
Hi people, and I'm back cooking again, and today I'm going to be doing Scottish shortbread, or something along them lines.
Here we go.
As I've googled the recipe,
what do we got first?
I want 6 ounces of flour. You get out of my light.
Flour, okay, I've got flour.
I'll do something hard. My fist. That's... And I want 2 ounces of sugar.
Granulated sugar. Huh? Every Scottish shortbread recipe I've ever seen calls for powdered sugar. Very sly of you, Kate. Very sly.
4 ounces of marge.
What'd she say?
4 ounces. Is that 4 ounces?
Margarine. Oh, she is sly. Every recipe I've ever seen calls for butter, real butter. And she's using margarine.
So
no wonder I can't get my stuff to come out like hers.
Sugar and everything. I know I just had a look, I shouldn't have put the flour in, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it gets to the paste, it doesn't really matter. So everything's all mixed in. So, but what I'm going to do is...
I think we got the pan very well
I'm going to spread it out,
to say the
so that when
least.
it comes out of the oven, all I have to do is cut it up. You like shortbread, don't you? There we are.
Yes, I love shortbread.
Now I'm going to put that there in the oven. I'm going to check it after 20 minutes and see what happens. As you can see, the shortbread is now done, and it's all been cut up into squares. I know it's supposed to be right size and everything is small, but that's the right size.
Oh, who cares about what size it's supposed to be? When you have shortbread that looks like that, nobody cares.
He's going to do a taste test. Come on, dear.
Here comes Lee.
Just get one. Don't touch the tray. It's hot.
Man, I wish I was Lee sometimes. Get to try all that good cooking.
Oh well.
Better than you expected?
And hopefully not die.
Good, very good.
I didn't think they actually would turn out really good, but...
Dare you.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah, thumbs up.
Big thumbs up on that one. Well, it would have to be anything that looked like that. You know it'd have to be good.
I'll let you into a little secret. I also tasted one.
You did, Kay.
Nice.
You tasted one yourself. Well, how could you resist something like that?
That's how you do Scottish shortbread.
Okay, before we get started here, we want to preheat our oven to 325 degrees. That'd be 160 degrees Celsius. Let's start with our 3 simple ingredients. We need 2 sticks of butter, about 250 grams. We'll get that in there. We're going to nail this time, aren't we? 3 ingredients, and we're going to get it to look just like Kay's. I know it. I can feel it. Now you want to soften this. I think that'll work. Now we're going to need about a cup, about 90 grams of powdered sugar. Let's go ahead and get that mixed in. We're going to try to get that nice and smooth. Okay, it looks like that's getting in there pretty well. Now we're going to take about 200 grams, approximately 2 cups. I would suggest weighing this out. And we really don't want to work this thing any more than we have to, because we really don't want to develop the gluten. We want to try to keep the shortbread, even though it's supposed to be crisp, we still want kind of a light, airy texture to it. So let's take about half of that. And once again, we'll try to keep from making a mess here. And that's about what we're looking for right there. Kind of looks like wet sand. Now let's put the other half in and get that incorporated. Okay, that's getting there. Want to get it mixed in a little bit more. We want this to be able to start forming a dough. Trying not to mix it too much. I want all the flour incorporated, but I'm just kind of basically folding here. And then we can take a little bit. You can see it's forming a nice dough. That's about what we want. Okay, let's take this and turn it out and start making it kind of into just a rough disc. Okay, that's about what we want right there. Let's go ahead and get it into our pan. Now we have our pan lightly greased. Unlike Kay, who uses about a half a pound of margarine to grease every one of her pans. I suppose you can afford to do that with margarine, but with butter, I don't think we need quite so much. Now let's see if we can get this into the pan without it breaking up too much. Now what we want to do, I'm using a 9x9 pan here. I used to do this recipe in a 9x13, but I want my shortbread a little bit thicker like the Walker's ones. The Walker's ones are about, probably about 3/8 half-inch thick. So I'm going to take a flat surface here. See if I can work this into the corners of the pan. I'm going to try not to press too much if I can, but I got to get it out to the corners. Okay, that looks pretty good right there. Now we're going to put this in our oven and bake it for about 20 minutes. And then we're going to bring it out, roughly cut it into our squares, and then try to make the little dots on top that Walker's has on theirs. Finish baking it, and then those score marks that we put in it, we'll be able to easily cut our rectangles out then when we're done. So let's get this in the oven. Okie dokie, it's been about 20 minutes. What I want to try to do is get about 8 pieces going across this way and about 3 going down this way. That should give us roughly the size of a Walker's shortbread. So let's cut right down here. Cut that one in 2. And 4 more. That looks pretty good. Now Walker's, I usually believe, has like, I don't know, 6 holes in each one. We're going to try to give it that same look. Yeah, maybe it's more like 8. That's looking like what we want right there. Well, that looks pretty close to the real thing. From a distance, you probably wouldn't be able to know it from the Walker's ones. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put it back in the oven for about another 8 to 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. I'm doing these ones a little bit thicker than what I normally do with this size batch. So let's put it in for another 8, maybe. We'll find out. We'll give it a look when we're done here. Here's what we have after about 13 minutes. You really don't want these brown. I may be picking up just a hint of it around the edges. But just to kind of set everything now, what I want to do is turn the oven off, crack the door open, and just let these sit in here and cool off for about an hour. Let's see if we can get them out of here. I made myself a little sling out of the parchment paper. It should help us get them out. And easy. There we go. And since we scored these things about 20 minutes in, they should separate pretty easy. And they are. And I say they look pretty much like the real deal. That should do it. Let's get them plated up and take a look. Okay, there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, a miserable failure. These look nothing like K's. I thought 3 simple ingredients that even an idiot like me could get this done. Now, they may look quite a bit like Walker's genuine shortbread, but hey, what do they know? They've been making it for, what, a couple hundred years or something? Rank amateurs, just rank amateurs compared to Kay. She may make it look easy, but it's not. Anyhow, I want to thank you once again for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Be cool, take care, and thank you very much for watching.